front step. You ain't got no weapons, right? Talking all that crazy stuff. You ain't got no weapons, right?
Auntie, I'm going to jail.
Hands behind your back, dude.
What the bro?
You got a fucking knife.
Y'all arrest me for no reason. Y'all try to arrest me for no reason. Okay, y'all never come back here again.
On April 28th, 2024, Florida officers responded to a residential domestic disturbance, a call that concealed significant legal complexity behind its surface.
All right, so what happened?
Okay, so we had just got back from getting church's chicken. So we just had pulled up. So I had went in the house and put the food on the counter, which his game is on the counter, I guess. And I guess his game got a couple problems of if you touch the cord or something, it'll cut off, whatever. So I guess the box touched the cord or whatever, which his game shouldn't be on the kitchen table anyways. But that happened. So that's when he went outside and was asking my mom about money, when she gonna give him his money because he need to buy a new game, because his cord, because people keep touching his cord and all that stuff. And then he was like, is there food there? Mind you, he seen me going there with the food and seen the food on the counter. So now he's basically just going out there to bother her about nothing, basically. So that's when I had came outside when that happened. And then I had went back in the house. And then that's when he was like, oh, I'm going to beat your daughter ass like I did last time. And then I guess he repeated what I was saying when he was putting his hands on her last time. So he was saying that he gonna make me say this, he gonna make me say that. So that's
that your daughter?
No, that's my sister. And then that's when that's when he was like, oh, you're not gonna ever get your baby back, and I'll beat your ass. Just keep threatening me, basically. Just keep making threats. So that's when I had got the chicken from out of the house and brought it to the car where my mama was at. So mom was like, why did you bring chicken out here and all that stuff? I was like, because he gonna put his hands on me and all that stuff. So that's when me and him was just having a little back and forth. He was talking about, oh, you ain't paid for it. And I was like, oh, you're not finna be disrespectful, threatening me that you're gonna put your hands on me. So that's when mom was like, well, just go and get him, go in the box, give him a couple pieces of chicken so he can get out my face. So as I was doing that, he was standing on this side and I was on the other side
Of the car?
Yeah. So I was going in the bag getting a piece of chicken. I mean, about 3 pieces of chicken. So I guess I wasn't doing it fast enough, whatever. So he went around to where I was at, and he snatched the bag out my hand, made all the chicken go on the ground. And then I guess he seen that the chicken fell on the ground, so he started picking up all the chicken off the ground and throwing it at me, throwing it at her car, inside her car. And then as I was going in the house to go get my phone, mom said to call you all. And that's when he started throwing rocks.
What do you want us to do?
I don't know. He can't keep putting his hands on somebody because he gonna keep thinking that's okay.
Okay.
My mama probably ain't gonna want him to go to jail, but you don't do that when you.
I mean, I agree, but you guys can handle it yourselves. Or are you going to press charges and go to court if that's where it goes? You want to press charges on your brother and him go to jail?
Last time I wanted to do that because he put his hands on me, was beating me with stuff, making bite marks on me and all that stuff.
Okay, but today.
I don't know, because if I do that, the mom gonna be come out, get mad, trying to put me out and doing all that.
You all live here?
Huh?
You all live here?
Yes, we all live here.
Okay. Where's your mom at?
In the house.
All right. You want to hang out here?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna change my clothes because I got chicken and dirt all over me.
Okay, just give me a second to wash it off.
Yeah, let me just take some photos of that before you wash it off. Is everything on the back?
Yes.
Oh.
I was like,
and what did he throw at you?
because he ripped the chicken out my hand. And
it was a chicken?
Yes. Oh, you can go over there. There's chicken all in the car everywhere.
What is all this?
What? This?
Yeah.
Probably dirt or chicken.
Oh, I see. So he was throwing the chicken. Did he throw like mashed potatoes or anything?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
No, it was just chicken. And
all right, yeah, I can.
It probably bust open.
Oh, okay, just busted open. Yeah, I can just see it's like all over here. All right. Let me just.
Alright, thank you. But you don't give a fuck about me. I didn't do shit to you. Because you could have prevented all of this. You could have grabbed the bag from her, bro. You didn't.
Good.
You could have said, give it here so I can give it to you.
And I ain't did shit to you. Nothing at all. Yeah, I got business girl over. You know how damn
Mr. Medley, let's calm this down. Let's step out here so we can talk with the investigator, and we'll go from there, okay? Sound good? Yeah. Don't do anything stupid like run. I'm not interested.
I'm not gonna run.
Okay, we're just talking. You're obviously not in handcuffs. Just come out here.
I'm telling you.
Just sit on the front. Sit on the front step. You ain't got no weapons, right? Talking all that crazy stuff. You ain't got no weapons, right? Mr. Medley.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Don't reach.
I'm not gonna reach.
You have a weapon.
I'm not at the surgery if I get arrested. This one's just my wallet.
Oh, well, we're gonna make sure just because you're gonna put that over you.
I think I'm going to jail.
Hands behind your back, dude.
What the bro?
You got a fucking knife.
Y'all arrest me for no reason. Y'all try to arrest me for no reason. Okay, y'all never come back here again. I'll never come back here again. I'll never come back here again, bro. Y'all some fake ass people, bro.
Well, you like to make things worse, don't you?
No, I don't. No, y'all arrest me for no reason.
If we stand you up, are you gonna calm down?
Yes, sir. I swear to God. My wrist, obviously, yes. I'll stand up and not do nothing. I swear.
All right. Well, stop tensing up. Roll on your side.
It just hurt.
And we'll stand you up. Roll on your side.
My right wrist.
Yeah.
I'll speak my right wrist.
All right. Bring your leg in. Bring your leg in. Bring your leg in.
My right wrist.
All right.
Please.
Your right wrist. All right, bring your knees up.
Where? Up behind you, by the house. I threw it over there. We'll stand you up.
Bring your knees up so we can stand you up.
My wrist hurts so bad. My wrist hurts so bad. Get up now.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Bring your
Bring your
leg.
knees up to your belly.
Can you bend your leg?
I'm trying.
All right. Ready?
Roll under your knee.
You gonna stand up?
Yeah, I'm trying.
Can you stand up or no? You can't. I'll put you back down. What's wrong with your leg? Can you put weight on it? Alright, we're gonna walk you to this car, okay?
Now put your shoes on.
Yeah. Well, I got him.
Northbound on 19 from vehicle can maintain a lane.
Can you give my mom my wallet to my mom?
Yeah, what is y'all that?
You okay?
I look good.
You got ID?
Huh? Got ID?
No, the fire department come check them. Before I start running.
Where's your wallet?
Alright, have a
It's
seat
not
in
in
there.
here.
We'll get a few come check you out.
No.
Right?
You don't have anything on you? Your leg?
Wrist just hurts. It's too tight.
Watch your knee. Alright, I'm gonna read your rights, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and to have him or her present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements to understand your rights. Alright, what happened with the chicken?
Long story short, before all this stuff started, I was in the game. She put food on my game. We got an argument.
Where was
that.
your game?
On the counter.
Okay.
I don't have nowhere to put it, but
What kind of game?
Xbox. But she put it on my court. We got an argument over it. She brought the chicken outside. I'm supposed to get some chicken. I haven't gotten any yet. And I told my mom like multiple times, can you just pass me the chicken before I go in and take the chicken? Like the bag goes in the chicken. And she was handing me out piece of chicken already. I didn't want that chicken. I want the other type of chicken. And she grabbed, I was trying to take the bag. She wouldn't let me get the bag. I wasn't snatching the bag. I was trying to get the bag. She was like, yanking away from me. Then we had to yank over it. Then she purposely threw it on the ground. That's when I got mad because there's no more food to eat, and I threw the chicken at her. That's all I did to her.
So you threw the chicken at her?
Yeah.
You throwing rocks at her afterwards?
No, I didn't hit her. No rocks. Just only chicken. 2 pieces of chicken.
2 pieces? There was chicken all over the ground when we came out here.
Because it fell on the ground. I only threw 2 at her.
Okay. Where did it hit her?
On her arm.
Her arm?
And I missed the second one.
Okay. I heard you made statements that you don't want to go to jail.
Because it's over chicken. Over me throwing chicken at her.
I get that, but how ridiculous is it to throw chicken?
I know it's ridiculous, but I haven't ate all day.
Well, now you just made it worse, right?
I know, but I don't even care anymore. Like, I don't.
Okay.
There's nothing I can do. They don't care. She clearly don't care.
You want
My
to
own
harm
mom don't
yourself
care.
because you're going to jail?
Huh?
You made statements saying you want to harm yourself because you're going to jail?
I wouldn't even mean it. I was just
But
mad
you
at the
said
time.
it.
Yeah, I'm cool now. I'm just.
Okay. Why'd you have the knife on you?
Because I thought, well, before y'all first got called, they was saying I'm going to go to jail for throwing chicken at her. I didn't want to go to jail again, so I was going to commit to go to jail again. That's all I was thinking. I wasn't going to do that.
Okay. It was that knife right there?
Yes, ma'am. I wasn't using that to harm nobody.
I get that, but making statements like that to harm yourself is concerning, okay?
Yeah, I know.
Alright, we're going to have FD come out here to check out your legs and make sure you're okay, alright? Do you normally have issues like that?
This morning, all morning, I had cramps all in my leg, like I had muscle cramps and stuff. That's about it.
Okay, but you can usually walk normal?
Usually, yeah.
Have an FD come out here. Okay. Alright. Alright, just give me a second, alright? Watch your leg.
You don't really want to.
Why would you say that?
Why would you say that? Man, we're watching baseball.
I know.
I was trying to make it nice for you.
Cause I don't want to go to jail again. I just don't want to go to jail.
Well, listen, stop throwing chicken at your sister. Man. Come on, just if she's annoying you, just go. You know. You think I want to take you to jail for throwing chicken?
You could just go and be out. But I have to know you're really not.
I'm really not. Like, for real. If anything, I'll just go back in there. My auntie's picking me up anyway, because
Yeah, you either go to jail or you get baker.
I'm going to have to do 33 days for that?
No, not 33 days. You'll probably be out tomorrow, yeah.
You'll be out tomorrow.
You sure? Because the last female officer said that, and I did 33 days.
That's actually probably going to like trial court and stuff. You're not going to get 33
But that's because didn't you whack your sister with that stick or something like that?
No, it's a chicken.
No, not today. I'm talking about a while ago. A couple months ago?
No, I didn't whack her with no stick or nothing, no.
Listen,
I bit her.
Okay, you bit her? Why your sister?
Because she bit me.
She's 17. Just leave her be. You know? Come on.
No, because she broke my, she threw my game down. That's
all right, listen, you're going to get bait corrected. I'm going to let the doctor decide, okay?
All right.
You just can't be saying that stuff, dude.
So, if the doctor says everything's fine, then what?
Just tell the doctor how you really feel. If you're really feeling you don't want to live anymore, tell her that. If you're what?
To arrest me?
Yeah. Either way, you got to go down there, okay? But listen, just if you're telling me
it's gonna be not 33 days again.
It's a misdemeanor battery charge. You threw a chicken thigh at your sister. You think I want to take you to jail for this? No, I honestly have better stuff I got to do, but I have to for the state of Florida. All right, it's domestic related. Well, I think the stretcher's coming. You need it? You need another one? All right, here, have a seat then. Yeah, you gotta go to the hospital. Your leg is.
Frequency head towards the same way at the Morningside Rec Center, 2400 Pond Boulevard.
Alright. You play football? Yeah, you should. You're a big dude, man. Alright, it's tight.
Let's examine the constitutional framework.
What began as a food dispute would require officers to simultaneously apply domestic battery law, a weapons seizure standard, Miranda compliance, and a mental health crisis framework. Florida Statute 784.03 defines battery as any intentional, physical contact made against another person's will. No injury is required. Contact alone is sufficient. A thrown object that strikes the victim satisfies every element of the statute. More critically, Florida Statute 741.2901 removes officer discretion entirely in domestic settings. When probable cause exists for domestic battery between household members, the law mandates custodial arrest. The officer cannot issue a citation. The officer cannot defer to the victim's wishes. This is why the officer stated directly, "I have to, for the state of Florida, it's domestic related." That statement is not a choice. It is a statutory obligation. At approximately 5 minutes and 7 seconds, the officer asked the subject whether he was carrying a weapon. The subject responded, "I might if I get arrested." Under Terry v. Ohio, 392 U.S. 1, 1968, officers may conduct a protective pat-down when they have reasonable articulable suspicion that a subject may be armed and dangerous. That threshold was met here not by pat-down, but by the subject's own ambiguous disclosure. A reasonable officer interpreting "I might if I get arrested" as an implicit acknowledgement of a weapon is constitutionally sound. The ground restraint that followed knife confirmation falls under Graham v. Connor, 490 U.S. 386, 1989. Force must be judged by 3 factors: severity of the underlying offense, the immediacy of threat, and whether the subject was actively resisting. Misdemeanor battery weighs against significant force. However, a confirmed knife at close range in an emotionally escalated subject shifts the threat assessment decisively. The controlled ground restraint was within constitutional parameters. Miranda warnings were administered at 8 minutes and 33 seconds prior to any substantive questioning. This satisfies Miranda v. Arizona, 384 U.S. 436, 1966. Every admission made by the subject after that point, including his confirmation that he threw the chicken and that it struck the victim's arm, is constitutionally admissible. Critically, statements made before Miranda, including the weapon disclosure, were made during what was legally a consensual encounter under United States v. Drayton 536 U.S. 194, 2002. In a consensual encounter, the subject retains the right to decline questions and leave. Pre-arrest, pre-Miranda statements are not suppressed under this framework and are available to the prosecution. The most legally significant moment of this encounter arrives at 10 minutes and 59 seconds when the subject disclosed he was carrying the knife with the intent to take his own life. Florida Statute 394.463, the Baker Act, authorizes involuntary mental health examination when a person's statements and conduct indicate a credible risk of self-harm. Both statutory conditions were present: a verbal statement of suicidal intent and a physical implement recovered in furtherance of that intent. The Baker Act predicate was fully established. The officer's decision to summon fire and EMS and route the subject to the hospital was procedurally correct. Whether a formal Baker Act hold was subsequently initiated is not confirmed by the available footage. That distinction carries significant consequences. A misdemeanor battery charge and a Baker Act civil commitment are separate legal proceedings. One does not substitute for the other. The subject was transported to a hospital, medically cleared, and subsequently charged with misdemeanor battery. Full case disposition is unknown at time of analysis. The primary officer receives a B+. Mandatory arrest was properly applied. Miranda was timely and complete. Baker Act protocol was initiated. De-escalation communication was notably above average. The deduction reflects one procedural ambiguity. The weapons inquiry occurred during an encounter the officer characterized as consensual, yet the totality of circumstances, imminent mandatory arrest, subject awareness of his situation may not support that classification under judicial review. The subject receives a C+. He did not resist the formal arrest and was cooperative in the post-Miranda interview. However, he admitted battery on camera, made a suicidal disclosure to law enforcement, and at no point invoked his right to remain silent. The department receives an A-. Statutory compliance was solid across all 3 legal frameworks. The open question is whether Baker Act follow-through reached the threshold of a formal hold or stopped at medical clearance only. 3 principles from this encounter are worth internalizing. First, in domestic violence calls, mandatory arrest statutes remove the negotiation. Officers do not have discretion. Victims do not have veto power. The law has already made the decision. Second, ambiguous responses to a weapons inquiry carry the same legal weight as confirmation. "I might if I get arrested" is not a denial. Treat it accordingly. Third, a self-harm disclosure during a criminal call opens a parallel legal process. Baker Act and criminal prosecution run on separate tracks. Initiating one does not satisfy the other. Both require independent procedural follow-through. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic that you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to check out our second channel, Audit the Court, for even more police interaction and courtroom content.